Alison Rosen. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison Rosen. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone, hi, hello. Welcome to a very exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. We are on location in Hawaii. I'm sitting here in a hotel room with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
We're recording live remote.
That's right.
What do you call it when you're
on location?
We're on location.
That's what I said.
No, but there's like another when news is out on the streets.
Oh, we're embedded. We're embedded in Hawaii.
Something like that.
We're on location in Hawaii.
They don't say that.
We're coming live to you from Hawaii. Breaking. We're in Hawaii. Anyway, I just gotta.
Yeah, do it.
We are in front of a large glass table, and I'm concerned that it's giving us special glass table sound. And if I were more committed to
Maybe I can back
muting
off of
it,
the table here.
Yeah,
I'll speak into the curtains.
I'll hide behind the curtain. Yeah, we'll lean into the curtains. I would have laid down towels. However, my Zoom recorder, careful, don't. Okay, there's an issue with it, which is that the thing that covers the back of it, that the batteries are in, the battery case part of it, that part snapped off.
Oh.
And then also, feel how sticky it is.
No.
Okay, well, it's incredibly sticky. And I finally just Googled, why is my H6 sticky? And there are all sorts of fixes for it.
Is it the plastic? Because sometimes plastic
Yes, it's
degrades.
Plastic degradation, revision.
I hate that.
But listen, because I came across something that was very entertaining to me. Okay, and then we're going to get into the Hawaii of it all. But anyway, the sticky exterior on a Zoom H6 recorder is often due to a phenomenon called rubber reversion, where the rubberized coating degrades and becomes tacky over time. And then it goes into detail about that. And then what can be done? Cleaning. And so you can use isopropyl alcohol, hand sanitizer, avoid abrasives, powder. Some users have suggested using powder, parentheses like baby powder or powder for maintaining a fleshlight to reduce the stickiness.
Or the what?
That was, I know. It just throws
Powder
that
for
in, maintaining a fleshlight.
Who knew that there was a powder to maintain a fleshlight?
And also, who knew that everyone has, well, so then I went to Reddit. And apparently it's cornstarch or something. This is the problem with
Just say
AI.
cornstarch.
I know.
Oh,
the
AI is, yeah, okay.
The AI isn't aware that is not a thing that human beings casually reference.
It just grabbed that information from a website that.
And also powder for maintaining a fleshlight, that almost makes it sound like you have a sesh with it. And then you powder it up and put it in a drawer or something, you know? Is that a powder for using the fleshlight, or is it sort of saddle soap? What are we talking about here?
What needs to be maintained?
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. But baby powder, do they even sell that anymore? I feel like they took that off the market because it had talc in it. And
right.
Talc is dangerous.
Yes. I don't think they have baby powder. In fact, I remember very early on, we had a babysitter and she mentioned baby powder. And I'm like, oh, she doesn't babysit babies very often. Right. But there is now some powder in Owen's room that I think your mom brought that is.
Really?
What? I don't know how it got there otherwise. Huh. And it's some kind of it's a talcless powder.
Cornstarch. It's powder to maintain a fleshlight.
It said fleshlight maintenance powder, and I didn't put two and two together. I thought that's weird.
Well, it's the powder you get in the fleshlight section of Albertsons.
Is it just the fleshlight section, or do they sell powder for maintaining other sex toys?
You gotta maintain it.
It's the dildos and fleshlight section. Anyway, okay. So I've got a list of things we need to talk about. However, I just received the most amazing, awful, nonchalant insult from our son, Elliot. Can I tell you? we've talked about this before. When your mom is not here, Elliot barely tolerates a nuzzle. Like, he does not hug us.
Right,
He's
it's
not. Owen is a snuggly. He's like a lapdog of a boy. Elliot is like a cat. He's just not
too
in
cool
like
for school.
I took him to a movie many years ago. I've taken him to movies more recently, but many years ago, and it was very cold in the theater. We were the only ones in the theater, and he sat in my lap. And I was like, he is only, because he was cold and wanted me to like warm him up. He's only doing this because it's dark and no one can see it.
Right.
But so anyway, but now that your mom is coming to town, he's like Captain Hugs. So he comes in and says goodnight to us. He hugs you, he hugs me, and then he's got to do like one more lap, and it's just you and I are loving it. So anyway, though, he came in to do the goodnight situation with me, and he said, "I'm gonna make your hair frozen." And so he started like twisting my hair in like an Elsa style, which was such a flashback. Because he used to constantly, when he was very little, when he was in his frozen phase, he'd say like, "How do you want your hair, mommy? Which Disney princess do you want your hair to look like?" I don't remember that. You do or you don't? Do
not.
Yeah. I can't remember if he said which Disney, but like my choices were Elsa, Anna, Ariel. I think those are my choices. And then he'd like place my hair like that. So anyway, he's like twisting my hair. And then he goes like, "Ew. Ugh. Ew. Ugh." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, he can barely get the words out. I touched your neck, like the, and I said, "The loose skin?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you mean like my waddle?" And he goes, what's the waddle? And I like, flap this part of my neck, thinking like,
was that what he touched?
No. Thinking and by the way, I don't have like some crazy waddle or anything, but I like to, if I'm like leaning back, I can get a good double chin loose waddle happening. And then I like to go like, blah, 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 like that with that. No, what would you call this part of my neck?
Oh, the nape?
The nape is in the back. The front nape.
Is this not the nape?
The nape is is in the back of your neck, is my understanding.
Really?
Yeah, but if you imagine the nape in the front, like right above, like if I had an Adam's apple, where the Adam's apple would be.
The divot.
Yeah,
where your
like
collarbone,
right above my clavicle.
Above your
That's
collarbone.
my clavicle, right?
It's your collarbone, isn't it?
Isn't that also your clavicle?
Maybe.
Look up. You got a list of things to look up. Anyway.
All right, hold on. Nape of the neck. Nape of
the neck.
The nape of the neck is the back of the neck where the hair begins. Well, who knew?
I did. I did. But okay, now look up clavicle.
Okay, clavicle.
And if it says below the front nape, then we'll know I'm really right.
That is clavicle bone, also known as collarbone.
Okay, so he touched right above the clavicle. Mm-hmm. And it was just so disgusting to him because it just felt like it was skin. It wasn't muscle. And I don't know what this means, but somehow it is a reflection on my aging neck and the disgustingness.
I think you just have a gnarly clavicle.
No, he touched above it though. Can I tell you today? So we're at the pool. I mean, not right now, but today we were at the pool. Yeah. We got spray tans.
A week ago.
We've been
a week ago.
Yeah, our spray tans are gone. But at one point we had spray tans.
Yes.
So anyway, normally I wear a cover up when I'm walking around the pool, but it was just the right temperature and I hadn't gotten in the pool yet. It was like hot, but I hadn't gotten in the pool yet and I needed to use the bathroom. So I walked to the bathroom in my bathing suit. And as I was walking out in my bathing suit, a middle-aged guy, now I'm a middle-aged woman at this point, but a middle-aged guy in my mind, I don't know what he is. He just looked right at me and then like looked through me and then looked away. And I was thinking,
you still got it.
No, I was like, never had it and still don't. Like, I don't think I look invisible at this, but like there was nothing head to toe that deserved a first glance. It wasn't even that he didn't give me a second glance. It was that he didn't give me a first, like he was like, doot,
Well, but he
scanned the entire scene. Nothing appealed to him.
You don't know what's. I mean, he could have been looking for someone.
Yes, someone attractive to his eyes.
Maybe.
It was a sobering moment of like, because I mean, look, I've been a chunky monkey my whole life, and I'm not anymore. So I'm less, not that there's anything wrong with anybody out there. I'm just saying.
Well, some bodies are.
Well, I mean, if it's a body that houses a cruel person, get fucked.
Yeah.
You know, but in terms of like just the body, nothing wrong with any kind of body or anything.
It's true.
But what I'm saying is I used to be way more self-conscious, and now I'm just strutting around like the 50-year-old lady that I am. And this guy's lack of any kind of like the card, like nothing. He gave me nothing. It wasn't a like, I took you in and now I glanced at you and now I'm going to look away because I don't, and then I'm going to sneak a glance. It was just like.
But have you ever had that?
Not in a bathing suit, but like, yes, people have looked at me before.
Well,
and liked what they've seen. Excuse me.
No.
What does that question mean?
Well, no, your expectation that this guy would give you that look seems like, I don't know.
No, not that look. Any look.
But again, like, couldn't he just be looking for?
No.
Like his family or something, and like.
It was just like, I know that I'm not a swimsuit model.
But you're cute.
Not according to this guy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay.
No, all I'm saying is, and I know I'm not this, like, I know I'm not this person, okay? But if I was like, who's the swimsuit model?
Kathy Ireland. Reach back.
If I was Kathy Ireland walking out of the family bathroom, this guy would have, like, there would have been like, gabong, gabong, gabong in his eyeballs. And instead, it was just.
But there's very few people who are going to elicit that.
I feel like
reaction.
and I know I'm not one of these either, any nubile, attractive young woman in a swimsuit would elicit that reaction.
You think so?
Are you playing dumb?
No, man,
I love you.
Like, no, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, you're expecting it from like just any random guy. Like some guys, and I guess the way I'm interpreting what you're saying is like, if you're a young, nubile, young woman in a swimsuit, every guy is going to give you that look. And I don't know that that's true.
I mean, look, I don't want to get into a whole body thing. I'm just saying, when you spend your life in a bigger body, up and down, you might tell yourself, if I just lost the weight, then everything would be this way or that way.
Right.
However, now I've lost the weight and it's like, oh, I'm halfway there. I'm just kidding. My goal is not to get a guy whose name is probably Gary. No offense to Gary.
Yeah, there is something like
I do not have a chest. I think that it was more of a like if I could take my buttocks. No, I don't even have much of a butt anymore. If I could take my thighs and stick it in my chest, that would have gotten this guy going. I mean, who cares? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, who cares if this random guy is giving you the once over? But I do understand. I don't want to totally dismiss it. I get wanting to be given a second look, you know? Like, I understand that feels good.
Or it can feel creepy.
Well, no, but it feels good to feel like you're...
This is a thing that happens to women. You become invisible.
Right.
I didn't used to be invisible. I guess
I don't see you as invisible, but if you feel like you're invisible.
I guess.
I know. I get that a little bit. Although I feel like as a guy, like, you know, here's the thing. I knew a guy who was like a hot guy.
I've heard about this guy before.
Yeah, he was like a hot dude.
Yeah.
Like tall. He was like 6'2", 6'3", Israeli, just handsome. And I thought as a guy, I'm like, well, I felt like I was, marginally attractive, like, and not like crazy good looking, but not ugly, and so I just assumed that the kind of attention I got
was what most
from
people
girls
got?
is what most guys get, which is none.
With
Until I went out,
this
started
guy.
going out to bars with this guy, and let me tell you something. Like, girls threw themselves, like, wherever we were, we'd be
I
at
need
a concert.
to see a picture of this
We'd
guy.
be at a concert, like at the El Rey or something, where people don't approach each other during a concert, and it was like we're suddenly all, no matter where we are, surrounded by like hot women, just
The kind of women that this guy would have given a second look to.
like hovering about,
Yeah.
like, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Did he take advantage of it? Like, did he have a girlfriend? What was his deal?
He was a really like decent guy. Yeah, he'd always have like, some crazy attractive girlfriend or whatever, and yeah, whatever. But like, it was definitely a feeling of like, oh, I must be really ugly because like this, I do not get this look from anybody, like, and never have. So it was just like, yeah, that made me realize how much I'm just like, oh, women will look at guys and they will react to hot guys. You think of it the other way around only. It's just that like
hot people have a hot people edge.
Exactly. And so I realized when I was his friend, I am not hot. But I got to tell you, for a couple days after I got a spray tan, I felt a little like a marginally hotter.
Was that confirmed by anyone? Because my bubble was popped by this dick face today.
Well, I
Not
mean,
that
first
he
of all, your
owes
tan
me
has faded.
anything.
So it's not, the tan has nothing to do with it because your tan is gone.
No, my bubble of thinking I might be visible as a human being. Oh my God, who cares? Who cares about our insecurity? Anyway, yeah, did you people treat you differently with your spray tan?
Like, how important is it to be hot to strangers? You're hot to me.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for strangers.
Well, the goal is to be hot to strangers.
Okay. Well, let's figure that out then.
Well, part of it is that I've got a gash on my face. I scratched my face in the night and woke up with a bloody line on my face, and I thought I could just pat some water on it. But no, it's like I took off a little bit of skin, I guess. I don't know.
You had a fight with yourself.
I know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really need to be. Do I need to be attractive to strangers? I mean, it's kind of like important in my job as a podcaster who's currently not doing video.
I have found myself feeling lately that I want to be, but part of it, and this might be like, oh yeah, this is how it is when you get old. It's a little bit like raging against the dying of the light.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is my last chance to look good because it's all downhill from here. And so like, part of it is that, part of it is just wanting to be healthy and, get in shape and stuff. So I've been like, trying to get in shape and eat better and lose weight. And so it's all feeds together, but like, definitely, yeah, I guess, it's like, I'm not trying to get this, but if I saw some young, attractive girls giving me a second look.
You won't, no offense.
Why?
Because I'm telling you, we're in an invisible age category.
Well,
okay, but if you did.
But if I did, paying me back. If I did, I would feel less old. Like,
yes.
I think that's what it, maybe that's what you're trying to say to me, which is like, it would feel like, okay, I'm still a person.
In the conversation.
I'm still in the conversation. Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. We are out of the conversation. Maybe you're not.
Well, I'm not willing to admit it. No, I am. I don't know.
Go take just see how you're regarded at the pool.
I guess my fear of it isn't in some egotistical sense. My fear of it is if I'm out of the conversation, then I'll just say fuck it, and then I'll start to let go of whatever is like motivating me to do things that are healthy for myself. Like you see a lot of these older men around the pool, and they don't give a fuck. You know, they got these huge bellies, and they're just like they're a mess. And it would be very easy to let myself get like that. I mean, God knows. And I don't
would
want
it though, because you're like king of working out constantly and like
but all I have to do is just like not do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes effort.
Yeah.
Like not work out anymore, not watch your diet, et cetera, and like eat a pint of ice cream every night.
Right.
Like all of these things would be incredibly.
Can you come forward? Yeah. I need to be able to see this. So can you? Thank you.
Just backing off.
I know. I understand. I appreciate that. Well, you're still near curtains.
The curtains. So like, I feel like for me, if I realized that no girl is ever going to find me attractive ever again, well, no matter what I did,
I exist. Invisible Alison.
But you don't find me attractive anymore.
Go ahead.
So it's like I've got to seek it out. Like you're off the table. So there's this
same apparently.
You kidding me? You're very attractive to me.
Thank you.
To me.
Don't let me get too big ahead.
To me, through my eyes, you're attractive.
I am back with a vengeance on Substack.
Yes.
I've been plugging my Substack, but inside I've been feeling like, you're a fraud. You're a fraud, woman, because I hadn't written anything in a while because I found it difficult after my mom died to get back to the Corolla stuff.
Yeah.
But I got back to it. And one of the things I talk about, well, now I don't want to give it away because it's behind the paywall, but let's just say,
tease it.
I go into... it's 4 things people don't know about my time on the show, and I go into my reasons for not inviting him to our wedding, and in that chunk, I talk about how you are too honest. It relates in a very roundabout way. I
think I know what you're talking about.
You do or you don't?
I think I do.
You do because I told you a little bit about it earlier. Yeah. Daniel is and how I try to tell myself. That's actually a very good thing. It is good that you're like brutally honest. I feel like picking hairs off the microphone.
Well, it's just gross. There's like lots of. Hold on.
Okay, guys.
All right, there we go.
I think that it's actually a good thing, but except for when I'm seeking reassurance for things like how I look.
Yeah, I mean. I think part of the problem is just like your relationship with your body is so radically different from my relationship with my body. It's hard for me to understand what it is that you're asking for or needing from me or what is something I should or shouldn't say.
Guys.
It's just because it's just like, to me, so it's like I don't know. It's like learning another language or something,
I don't want to delve too deeply into we should talk about this with our therapist.
Yeah, we should.
We should have an appointment. Please stop stamping your feet. Right. I love you. We need to have an appointment with her. But this is fertile territory for us to talk about. In fact, we should probably talk about it more with her than on the podcast because I don't want to make people uncomfortable and make us uncomfortable. But I feel like, how is it that hard to not say something that hurts my feelings? like it feels like a low bar to have to get over, like not hurts my feelings. And then like the next level would be something that actually makes me feel good.
I don't want to answer that because we're dealing with like too broad.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm never trying to hurt your feelings.
They're more rhetorical questions.
Well, I'm never like, now I'm going to let her have it.
I know, but I think that like, I feel like if I said things to you that were on par with the things you say to me, you would feel that they sting.
And this is something that I do regularly.
I've stopped talking to you about a lot of this stuff, but you used to, yeah. Like I know. Sorry, guys. This is getting like I know intellectually that you do find me attractive, but I don't. Nothing. But you don't say anything that makes me like the things you say run counter to the intellectual knowledge that you do find me attractive.
I don't know. That's crazy to me. Because A, I do, and B, I don't know what I could possibly be saying to you that would be running counter to that. Like I can't even think of anything that would be an example of that.
Right. Okay. Well, this is a to be continued discussion. But I'm wondering if people are listening. I'm wondering if people are listening. No, I'm just kidding. Also, I'm wondering, are you hearing this and thinking like, this is a trap? She's laying a trap for him, because there's an argument that these are that I ask you questions that are traps. Mm-hmm. Or are you thinking like, get with the program, dude. It's not that hard to say the right things. This is what I need to know from them, or some other third category. Okay. So I started watching. Oh, that's my phone. I never load. I don't really use an iPad normally, and I never load it up with shows to watch on a plane, even though I feel like everyone around me, the kids, you guys all do that. I tried to do it when we went to Japan, but it didn't download. But this time I did. I successfully, with your help, put some shows on my iPad, which is Owen's old iPad. And I put 2 episodes of Call Her Alex, which is a documentary about Alex Cooper of Call Her Daddy. And then I put an episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and then an episode of 9 Perfect Strangers. And I tore through all that stuff on the plane. And then I found out that we actually had internet the whole time.
Yeah, we did. I
didn't know this. I know. Did I give you a whole bunch of shit to think about in your brain?
I feel like a little bit you threw some stuff at me and I'm just trying to process it. I'm not upset or anything.
Do we need to take a process break, or can we keep
I think
moving?
fine. We can power through. It's fine.
Okay. Well, this also involves bodies. Okay. So, and don't even get me started on Alex Cooper. However, she was a Division I soccer player. That's all you need to know. Multiple times, she makes reference to the fact that she was called Big Al. Not multiple times, but like she in the telling of stories, she'll refer to people calling her Big Al.
Was she heavy?
No, Big Al is not a heavy thing though. I think Big Al was a character on Happy Days or one of the bears in Bear Country Jamboree. I don't know who Big Al is, but if your name is Alison,
you get Big Al.
You get Big Al or Alexandra. Any Al gets big. Yeah, I gotta look up who Big Al is.
It's like every Dan gets Dan the Man.
Yeah, and I've talked before about not loving Big Al, but she clearly has no problem with it. So, hence and therefore, I think if you're a willowy, athletic person, Big Al doesn't read the same way. Let's see who Big Al is. Okay. Big Al. Big Al's food truck. Big Al's God damn.
Was it a Happy Days?
Big Al. There's a chain of restaurants called Big Al's.
But wasn't that Happy Days, the restaurant that
Al,
they go to?
isn't he like, who's Al Molinari? Molinaro. Yeah, isn't he the one who played?
I don't know.
Yeah, he played Al Del Vecchio on Happy Days. I don't know. Was he Big Al? Who is Big Al? That's really the question. Who is the original Big Al? Who is Big Al? And if it's a picture of me, I don't know how I'm going to know. Big Al can refer to several different individuals or characters. Most notably, it is the name of the University of Alabama's elephant mascot. It also refers to Alfred Big Al D'Elia, a former Little League baseball player. So it's okay. Oh, Big Al, Country Bear Jamboree, a character in Disney's Country Bear Jamboree, and Big Al Happy Days, a character in the television sitcom Happy Days. Okay, so it's all of those. Oh my God, this is what Big Al the bear looks like.
Oh, nice. Is that what you looked like in
probably
high school?
Yeah. See, there we go.
Honey, that's what you look like to me. Beautiful, like that, like that country bear.
That looks like the guy from Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Let me see.
Well, this is not good on a.
You mean Joel, the front, the guy that would sit on the front?
Yes. Okay. So anyway, what else do I got to refer to my list. Oh yeah. Well, just Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Hooked. Mm-hmm. I'm so hooked.
Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it as well. Well, I was like, you kind of forced me to watch it
on the plane. And then I warned you, I only have one episode of this. And you're like, that's fine. I don't, because I watched one episode and I'm like, hooked. Yeah. And then you said, you don't need to watch any more of it. But then I've been watching it and you got back into it.
Yes.
And so we have the season finale to watch.
Yes, we do.
I have now, if I feel like secretly everyone's watching it because I posted a couple of things about it and a lot of people from all walks of life and all times of my life have gotten in touch to say they are also watching it. So if you're watching it, I have some questions. What was the sex act involving cereal? Because I thought I knew, but then I went down some rabbit holes and like, I don't think I know anymore. So that's a question. Another thing, the Utah use of prepositions is all weird.
Give us an example.
I am nervous of her.
Oh, they just get it wrong?
Yeah, I am nervous of her. There's a lot of like, this is not prepositions, but they're not taking accountability. I think I need to look up whether taking accountability is correct or not. Right. I think it's taking responsibility. But then I was watching this like Secret Service woman or CIA woman today saying taking accountability on TikTok. So I don't know. I think of another example. I don't know. Every use of a preposition is strange. There's just a lot of oh my God. Oh my God. And then today, Dakota, that guy, accused Macy of self-sabotaging his relationship. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. Okay. I think you just mean sabotage.
Yes. I think I pointed that out and you were asleep. I was like, oh, self-sabotage.
Well, I appreciated it when I caught it today.
Yes.
Dakota's lying, right?
Which part?
Okay, it's not really a spoiler because
this is season
one and we're at season 2 has happened. So what's happening now is Macy there's some app or something where she could take confessions from people, which she does on Sinner Sunday. And someone wrote in to say that they accidentally slept with Dakota before they knew he was dating Taylor.
Yes.
And she's like, if I find out that you did sleep with someone else besides the person you slept with that I know about or whatever, then I'm leaving you, even though she's pregnant with his baby. And he's saying there was no one. But I feel like the way he's being so aggressive and defensive about it, accusing people of self-sabotaging his relationship, he's hiding something, right? That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely lying. He's lying about that. I guess that's the only thing I know he's lying about. But he's shady. I don't trust him.
No, I don't like him very much. And they're not together anymore in real life.
Oh.
I know. That's what I know. Like after they had the baby, they broke up.
They broke up. Yeah, it doesn't
At some
seem
point.
like it seems like
really
she
bad.
has no interest in him. And is this is boring to people who don't watch the show though.
But I'm convinced everyone watches it. You think she doesn't have any interest in him?
Yes.
Why do you think she's with him? Just because she's carrying his baby?
Pregnant.
All right. So, do we need to talk about the blister security situation?
Oh, nah.
No?
Well, if you want to.
Oh my God. Okay. So, the first night we were here, we were going to dinner at a restaurant at the hotel. And I was worried that we were late for our reservation. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and just let them know we're here. So I get there. One thing that is kind of nice about Hawaii is like, if you're a few minutes late, even though they call you, they don't really. Everything is pretty relaxed here. So I get there. They're like, where's the rest of your party? And I say, oh, they should be coming in any minute.
Is this the first night we were here?
Yeah.
Crazy.
They should be coming in any minute. So then your mom and Elliot and Owen come in, and your mom explains that Elliot has a blister from his croc.
Because they had been walking around all afternoon in his Crocs with no socks.
Yeah. So he has a blister, and he's like refusing to walk or something.
Right.
Did you have to go pick him up and carry him?
No, but he hobbled his way finally.
Was he crying?
I mean, he was whining.
Yeah. It had been a long travel day. So the guy, like the maitre d' at the hotel says, do you want to call security? They can like come in and, bring some ointment and Band-Aids. And we're like, what? Did he say security or did he say like call the med team or something?
I forget. I think he said security, but maybe he said
the medical.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that is what you do when you've like collapsed or something.
Right.
I thought he was joking at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think and I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. And so then did you ask Elliot if he wants that?
No, I just said, go do it. Like I was like, I'm sure he wants the works.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he wants the full, if you could bring an ambulance out, that'd be amazing. Like he's going to want full attention to his
wound.
Yeah.
So anyway, security arrives and he's like looking at it. He's like, so it's a blister? And he's like, from the croc? We're like, yeah.
Yeah, he was a little confused, especially since there was no blister.
Oh, right. No, it was like, right. There was no blister. There was like a little bit of like a red irritation.
As though you just sort of scratched it a little.
Yeah. I should call security for my chin scratch. Yeah. Right. But he did come back with lidocaine cream and an array of Band-Aids.
And he took pictures of the croc. And he made full report.
Made a report.
A full report. We were sitting there for so long while he was like, asking questions.
I felt so stupid.
I know. It was so ridiculous.
But the guy at the restaurant like assured me they don't care.
No, he was so nice about it, the security guy. And like I tried to tip him and he wouldn't take it. So
we had a debate about whether this is a tip situation or not.
Yeah, it was like unclear. So we're like, And he was like, no. And then the next day.
Okay. So anyway, we get hooked up when we come to this hotel because I'm an influencer. I influence. Grand Hyatt Kauai. You must come. It is the best.
It is one of the nicest, I swear to God.
So we come back to our room the next day and there's a pineapple on the table with a card. And the pineapple is like cut in this like beautiful way. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, wait, before you have any, let me take a picture of it, so I can post it because I'm an influencer. And I open the card thinking.
Assuming
dear Mrs. Rosen, whatever, whoever I am, thank you so much for da-da-da. And it's like, dear Elliot Quantz, thank you so much. We hope you're having a great stay. Thank you, whatever it says. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so silly. Like, wow, how did they get his name? They have like made an error.
And it's like from security. Yeah,
like thinking that well, I hadn't gotten to that point yet. I still thought it was for me, and they had there was a glitch. And then I'm thinking, like, how do they even know the name Elliot?
But it
like,
said, I hope you feel better.
Yes. Well, I hadn't gotten to that part. It took me a little while and then I processed.
Oh, I see.
Then I processed like, oh, duh. This is not anything for me. This truly is for him because of the report we filed yesterday. And do you remember how our phone was blinking?
Yeah.
It was security calling to check on him.
Oh.
Isn't that so sweet?
Elliot was so thrilled because it was like for him.
Yeah, with the pineapple, you mean?
The pineapple
I
and
know.
the card. Like, he was like so giddy about it. That's a cool thing for a kid,
Yeah. Oh, I know. And he comes back and he's like, I guess I am the most important member of the family.
Yeah. All because he had a blister.
I know.
I mean, he didn't even have a blister.
Yeah. And then before we wrap it up, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
But I forget what I wanted to say. Hang on, oh yeah. I guess I have a few things to say.
Terrifying.
Well, I actually literally wrote down cool ass bird, but I don't think there's a lot of meat on that bone.
We just saw a cool ass bird. It was flying so cool. It like took off and then it caught the breeze.
Oh yes.
And
that's what it was. I forgot. Okay.
It glid sideways through two palm trees without even looking, like it threaded the palm trees and like sideways back like it meant to. It's cool ass bird.
I forgot. When I wrote down cool ass bird, I was thinking that it just looked cool. But you mean like a cool bird.
It was just like, I don't fucking care. Caught that breeze and I'll let the breeze. And like you'd think that that no look, it was like a no look back diagonal glide. You'd slam into that palm tree.
Like someone letting go of their handlebars.
But he just caught it at just exactly the right angle and it fucking went right between the two palm trees. Cool as fuck. Cool ass bird.
I don't know if I've seen a bird gliding backwards or sideways. I must have.
You did that day. You didn't see that happen?
No, I just heard about it.
Oh.
What did he look like?
It's one of those white birds, and I don't know what kind of birds they are.
The white birds with long legs?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You give those a second look. Just kidding.
I do.
Yeah, you're taken with those birds.
Because they're so cool.
So it was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then did he perch somewhere afterwards?
No, he just flew off into the fucking sunset.
Do you feel like he's done this before?
I think he only does it when he knows people are watching.
Humans?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we saw a cool ass bird.
Cool as fuck.
We saw frogs last night.
Yes, we did.
I feel like this is the first time I've seen frogs here.
Yeah.
And they were cool ass frogs.
They were cool ass frogs.
But I don't love frogs. But I could, maybe. I don't know. We saw a giant sea turtle, which was cool.
That was neat.
But apparently if you go at the right time, you can see tons of them.
They all beach themselves and nap on this beach near here.
Yeah. We are missing our dogs quite a bit.
We FaceTimed with our dogs, and they did not care.
They didn't even acknowledge us.
Yeah, it was as though they were not magically.
It was as though the sound was off, even though I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't, because she was talking to us.
I know.
They did not give. I feel like I remember the last time, when I think it was the last time we went to Hawaii, actually, and we came home.
We didn't have Peter then, yeah.
And Wendy had spent, a week or whatever at this camp, and that's what we call it. And
it's a woman who has, dog sits dogs in her house.
And
but she has like multiple dogs.
You want that
in the
like
house.
soldier returning home from war, like dog going nuts. And
right.
Wendy was just like, she seemed bummed to be back for a while. Like, I just felt like, damn, she is fucking not thrilled that we're home. And I have a feeling
Peter's going to be that way.
There might. Their life right now
is so much more fun.
Is so much better.
I know, because they're hanging out with other dogs.
There's other dogs. And for Peter, Wendy is just like, she's an old diva. She fucking wants to sleep on the couch and that's it.
Right.
And Peter wants to play.
Yeah.
And so like now he's with other dogs that are going to play all day.
Yeah.
I mean,
he has friends. We get pictures. He's like snuggled up to this other dog.
Yeah. And so like I think that he's...
Do you say he has friends?
Yeah, he has friends.
I know.
And so he's going to be like, oh, fuck, I'm back to this goddamn joint.
It's like you try to give your dog a good life, but I think he would rather be a dog than a dog human. I think there's probably a more articulate way of saying that.
Well, I think Wendy's happy.
Yeah, she is. Just with people. I don't know that she loves being with dogs.
She never did. Like, I remember when she was a puppy and we'd take her to like meetups.
Right.
Cavalier meetups. And
she wasn't super social.
She had no interest in the other ones.
Yeah.
She would just, I remember she jumped up on the bench and would just sit on the bench and watch them.
Right.
No interest. But I think Peter is the opposite.
Right. So I'm just thinking the best life for Peter is one that involves jumping and running around, not jumping, but running around and playing with other dogs. And we are not giving him that. Right. We got Peter because we thought it would benefit Wendy to have another dog. We're going to have to get another dog for Peter.
No. I can't handle another dog.
I know. I'm just saying. No, what we'll just do is we'll just send him there so he can see his friends more often. And then I'm also missing our fish. I'm missing our turtle. I'm missing Turtleine.
Right.
It's interesting which fish I think about and which I don't, though. I haven't thought of the clownfish or the puffer that much.
Oh, really?
I mean, they've popped into my mind, but I'm not like...
missing them.
Like, not... I mean, I am, but I'm not. The catfish, I really haven't thought of that much.
Right.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about the glass catfish.
Right.
Wow. They don't have much staying power in my mind. And then the bug, our death feigning beetle.
You don't think about him?
I mean, a little bit, because the woman who's coming to feed them, she said to me, is it normal that he's not eating? Because she's putting the little bits of food in the shell and doesn't look like he's eating any of them. And I said, is he not eating at all? And she's like, I forgot what she said. And I said, why don't you dump all of it out and just put in like 4 little pieces.
And see if he eats it.
Yeah. And she said he's eating like 1 a day. I feel like that's fine. She said he's moving around. Who knows? I feel like
he misses us.
I think he's on hunger strike. I feel like a death feigning beetle can probably go many days without eating.
Right. Maybe he's just a hunger strike feigning beetle.
Do you think it's political? Do you think it's politically motivated?
I'm sure.
We went to art night in Hanapepe last night. Unfortunately, Elliot got really car sick, so he did not love it for the first long while that we were there. But then it turned around. But anyway, so we're walking around and there's people gathered in front of this store, and there's like a lot of women, a few men, older women, a few men in seats, and they have music stands in front of their, some kind of of musical group. And they all have music stands in front of them with their iPads on them, and they're like seemingly tuning. I don't know. They're all wearing like Hawaiian dresses, a lot of ukuleles, a couple of women in the front, like a woman and a younger girl in the front. Look like they're like about to do some kind of performance.
They're going to do some hula dance.
There's so many strings. I'm just like, this is taking forever. I don't know why they're not playing yet because we're just standing here. Are they playing in 15 minutes? What's happening? Are they trying to all, find the same website on their iPad to find the sheet music? I don't know what's going on, but it's taking forever. But I'm like, I'm going to wait for it because I can tell. I just know from looking at this arrangement of instruments, it's going to be so beautiful once they start. And I want to hear beautiful Hawaiian string music. I want to be transported on the beautiful sounds. And then they finally started, and it wasn't that at all. It was like so bad.
They weren't very good.
The singing was bad, and the playing was bad.
But we went down the block a little ways, and there was a little like nook where there was a cookie store and shave ice and everything. And we went in there, and there was a guy with a guitar, and he started playing one of the Traveling Wilburys songs, and he was also terrible.
I like that song, though.
It was a good song, but he couldn't sing at all. He was a terrible singer, barely could play the guitar. And I love the spirit of this. I love that it's like, you know what? Listen, folks, we're going to play instruments, and we're going to sing, and we're not even going to be good.
Yeah.
And you're still going to like it.
You're going to like it.
It was nice.
Was it the song that's like, everybody needs somebody? Yeah. Now, at another place, we went to another farmer's market. By the way, am I done with farmer's market? I feel like if I had some dumb pun, then I'd be like Carrie Bradshaw typing, And just like that, I wondered, am I done with farmers markets? Again, I don't have the pun, so I can't fully do the impression. I just feel like I might be over them. Because we went to a different small mall.
We did go to a farmer's market.
And we passed a store called Coutured by Bjork.
And we're not sure if that's Bjork.
The Bjork, or is there another Bjork?
My thing is that if it's not Bjork,
the singer,
then what the fuck are you doing? Because you can't be like by Madonna, but it's like Madonna Goldstein,
right?
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be the Bjork, otherwise, why? Don't act like we know who the fuck you are.
Oh my God. 5-star shopping experience with Britt Bjorkland in Kauai. So it's not that Bjork.
That is so fucked up. Don't say by Bjork.
Right.
Nobody knows who you are.
Right. And also,
but we do know who Bjork is.
How about Coutured by Britt? Because her name's Britt Bjorkland.
Or don't say by anyone. No one knows who you are.
They know who Bjork is your point.
But we know who Bjork is.
Yeah. Is that stolen?
That's like if I open a restaurant, it's like by Anthony Bourdain. But it's
by
like
D'Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, it's D'Anthony Bourdanamoose. It's like,
well, honestly, if it was, what is it?
D'Anthony.
No, what's
Bourdain-moose?
the first part of it?
What?
What's the first part of your restaurant name?
Oh, I did. I don't think I named it.
If it was D'Anthony Bourdanamoose, no one would think it's Anthony Bourdain.
No, but that's like, her name isn't Bjork. It's like something Bjorkenstein.
Britt, quit making it Jewish.
Bjork.
It's Britt Bjorkland.
Bjorkland. You're right, but she shortened it to Bjork.
Yes, I know. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I'm saying if you
right.
fucking carved a famous name out of another name.
Yes. Right. So if you said it's Anthony Bourdain, but really the name was D'Anthony Bourdanamoose.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be weird and dishonest.
And now, finally, the thing I'm going to leave you with. There is a coffee place called Little Fish Coffee. And I believe every time I've passed it, going back years, I announce, that sounds terrible to me.
Every time.
I know. And because when I said it, as if for the first time this time, I was like, oh, I think I've said this for years now. Is Little Fish Coffee not working for anyone else?
No,
because
it doesn't work. Little Fish Coffee?
It just sounds like, would you like a herring latte?
All my Twin Peaks heads out there are having the same thought.
Which is?
There's a scene where a character he accidentally puts a fish in it, and he goes, "There's a fish in the percolator."
Yeah.
So fish coffee. Anyway.
Well, maybe it's a reference to that. I don't think it is, though. I think it's like little fish coffee.
It's not like a little bit of fish coffee.
Regardless, fish and coffee shouldn't be next to each other in a name. Is all
I don't
I'm
even
saying.
want to have coffee while I'm eating fish. Like they are two flavors that don't belong in the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Stratosphere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if it was called like little chick coffee? That's cute.
Sure.
Little turtle coffee? No, same thing. Don't make me think of sea animals in my coffee. Is all I have to say.
Starbucks
That's different, though.
has like that mermaid.
Yeah, I know, but the name Starbucks doesn't conjure up a fishy flavor or something that
I know, but the logo is like a mermaid. It's got a fish tail.
Right. I'm saying don't make me think of seafood in my coffee and also or turtles. Starbucks is the exception.
I know they abstractify it enough.
Yeah. If it was called like Gill and Finn coffee, Fins and Gills coffee, or like little bait shop coffee, stick a worm on your hook coffee, crawfish coffee. No, all of it, no. Starbucks is fine. That's like calling it like Starbird.
Right.
Ooh, can you name all the sides of a ship?
Fore, aft, starboard, and
What's the other one? And which direction is starboard? Is it starboard or starboard?
I don't actually know. I'm not like a ocean guy.
Fore, aft, starboard, and west. East. I don't know. Let's look it up. I just remember we played some game at the worst summer camp in the world that I went to where they just like yell this and you just had to run in a certain direction.
Yeah, there was a time when it was important to know nautical things.
Yeah, for ship. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Okay, the aft is the rear. Yes, I know. What list of ship directions? It's starboard. Oh, the art of manliness. Okay.
Yeah, if you truly manly, you know these things.
I'm having trouble finding it. Port side. Starboard and port side. I don't know which is which, though. It's making too much crackle to find out.
Do they use those terms a lot on cruise ships? Is it like, how do I get to the Starbucks?
Yeah. Oh, that's on the port side.
That's on, you go port side, go aft and port side, and then take a starboard.
Walk 5 knots.
Take a starboard, and then
You should just waze it at that point.
like, do they? Everyone's like, by the end of their cruise, they're like, I'm like basically a sailor.
Quite possibly. Oh, fine. We got to find out. Okay. I don't know if they can hear the crackles. All right. I got to find out, like, where is the port side of a ship? Port side. Okay. Port is always the left side, and starboard is always the right side, regardless of the observer's position or orientation on the boat. Here's a more detailed explanation, which is contradictory. Port refers to the left side of the boat when looking forward toward the bow. Starboard
like it's not relative
is the
to
right.
you. It's
right,
not, it's
correct.
The ship's
right,
left
it's like
side.
an east-west situation. No, it's not. It's like downstage, upstage.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful show.
Mm-hmm.
I've given you a lot to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully the listeners have enjoyed it as well. I would like to remind... What'd you say?
I said I always hope that.
I will always hope it. I would like to remind everyone I am on Patreon.
Patreon!
And wow, has it been full of gossip lately. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. There's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back, and I send a daily text update. And it's just been lengthy. It's been lengthy these days because there's just been a lot. Do an annual subscription, get 2 months free. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Also Substack, which I mentioned earlier. I'm back, babies. AlisonRosen.substack.com. Daniel?
Yeah, you don't need to find me anywhere.
Don't find him anywhere. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?